the day after the high winds. The smoke coming from the area near Chico, about 4 miles away from downtown San Jose. You can barely see the top of the buildings. That's how smoky it is. This video will be titled California Being Burned Down Again. They say it's chemtrail fires or something like that. Anyways, first section showed you the inside of my tent. If you pay close attention, you will notice there's a rhythmic pattern to the wind. If you'd missed it, play it again till you see it. The winds started around 4 a.m. on Thursday. Today's Friday. They were continuous until about 4 or 5 p.m. that same day. So 12 hours straight of very intense winds. In fact, when they first started, I could hear them on the top of the treetops. Just like shh. And then I would feel the blast on my tent. I was sleeping in my tent. And that kept me up for at least 2 hours before I fell asleep again. And then when I woke up, I had to leave my tent for a while, but the winds never stopped. And when I got back to it, what I recorded was the experience of feeling the wind from inside a tiny tent. So at 5 p.m. the wind stopped. In fact, ever since 5 p.m. yesterday, I haven't felt one breeze. Not one breeze. And when I woke up, I stepped outside of my tent. This was around 8 a.m. And I looked around. And that's what you see in the next two videos. The smoke in the atmosphere. Now, the news say wear masks, stay indoors. It's toxic air to breathe. But let me remind you all that the smart grid is always present. Frequencies are always hitting us, smoke or not. And if you look at the, how do I do this? Hold on. If you look behind me, there, right there, and right there, you can see the smoke. It's a ground level, right? Well, the smart grid is always a ground level too. It's just different particulates in the atmosphere. Some are in the form of invisible frequencies, and some are in the form of smoke. You can't avoid this shit. This is the illusion, okay? Because let me remind you, this isn't the first time this happened. And by the way, it's also happening in Southern California too. It also happened a year or two ago in Napa Valley. And again, in Southern California. And both times at the same time. And both occasions had strong winds right before the fires. But these strong winds being a pattern suggests they are not natural, that it's some sort of weapon or some atmospheric event going on, okay? For a long time I believed it was the charging up of the DEW weapons, direct energy weapons, being used to cause the fires. And there are many eyewitness accounts that state there was a blue beam of light coming from the sky straight down that caused these fires. Not to mention how molten aluminum and rubber and trees left standing around totally destroyed properties. Dolores Cannon, do the research. She's the authority. She's the voice on the topic. She knows exactly what's going on and she's presenting it. She is who educated me on the subject after the Napa fires. The point is, this is not nature doing this. This is either the ones who are supposed to protect us that are doing this, or the overlord above them, the AI intelligence that rules this world. The only protection you have against it is none. This is happening all over the world. Not to mention earlier this year, the fires that occurred that extended all the way to Washington and Canada. Dolores Cannon states it as an agenda to eliminate people from certain areas that are closer to nature and crowd in major urban cities like the one that I'm living in right now. And this is all in preparation for the next age in this society's cycle, the robotic age. But that also implies the beast system age, if you go back to what Elon Musk was saying and the Neuralink. The reason why I'm doing all of this, have been and will continue to do so, is because our world is changing in a negative direction without our approval. If we don't do anything about it, we won't have a future, if you will. At least this cycle, this civilization. We will all be reset. There will be more mud layers added on top, and the newer civilization will be born, which is smaller AI bodies to house still our consciousnesses, because it's still all part of the same never-ending cycle, because this world's a simulation, right? But to stop that cycle, we have to reprogram our DNA, activate our genes, become superhumans, see the forces that are doing this shit to us so we can fight them. Because this is an attack on all humanity. Humanity is at war. It's been at war for a very long time. And we're on the losing side because we're not even aware this war exists. We all feel victimized, but we all have the power to empower ourselves. It all starts with our will, our ability to look at this hazy, smoky shit and say, you know what? Fumigate me all you want, it will affect me none. It's no different than the smart grid. My thoughts alone keep me healthy. My thoughts alone keep me strong. My thoughts alone give my body the willpower to do what it is that I ask it to do. And soon enough, I'll be able to extend this power out far enough that perhaps it will make a difference. And I hope others are trying to do the same. We have to change things. We have to. I don't want to go through another cycle of bullshit. Countless more lives of repeating the same old shit just because I didn't know how to fight back. We need to learn to fight back. We're gonna fight back. Yeah? Yeah. Look how thick the smoke is. The sun is very orange right now. We rarely get to see it like this anymore. Smoke.